We were bringing up from the audience, and they said, no, we would like to have a grand entrance. We'd like to have spotlights that come out from behind the curtain and really have a big, big entrance. That's not true at all. But as we were talking, this next portion of our afternoon really is about building our business, about contacting people, about the inviting and the sharing and the prospecting aspect of that. And as we reached out to the regionals and said, who are some people that are doing this really, really nicely out of their business? Lee's name came up and Connie's name came up. And so for 5 minutes, we just wanted to, one, hear a little bit about their story, and then secondly, tell a little bit about how you're approaching your business and the kind of results that you get. So Connie, why don't we go ahead and start with you? And you have a friendly audience here, so you're good to go. So come right up here.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay. Just a little bit about me for those of you that don't know me. I've been a coach for about 4 years. I started and a little slow start. Came to the business through P90X commercial, like I think a lot of you. And for me, I don't really have a huge physical transformation story that we hear so often and are inspired by. But what really touched me with Beachbody was personal development, bringing me out of my shell, pushing me to be better, pushing me to be harder, work harder, to really dream bigger than I ever could, right? So what I'm just going to share with you guys a little bit tonight is how I built my business online. Because when I started, I was living in a super rural area. It wasn't where I was from. It didn't have a huge warm market. Home parties, things like that weren't really an option for me at the time. So I reached out online. And what I just want to talk about with that is authenticity, as Jeff was saying, is so incredibly important. I think even more, not that it isn't important in person, but I think we need to be conscious of it when we're on Facebook, Twitter, those types of things, because why should these people trust us, right? A lot of times we're just a little picture up there, a little blur, a little, I can if you have to be a picture up on Twitter, yeah. But anyways, it's important to put your best foot forward and be yourself, be authentic, and reach out to people on a personal level. It's not about just, you're the next Shakeology sale, you're the next coach, you're the next whatever. How can you help them? Look at people, look at their stories, see what they need, and see how you can fill that. It's not a cookie cutter type of thing. So that's really what's made me successful online is and I hear it all the time, you're so real.
So what is that? When you say it's so real,
right?
Okay, what does that look like? In an online presence. How do you try and communicate that? What do you do specifically to convey that authenticity?
I think being genuine about myself, sharing things about my life, not making it all be about Beachbody or sales or buy P90X, sign up now, do this. You get to know people, you let them get to know you. And it's not always just talking about our workouts or, I see so many coaches out there, and I'm sure not people in this room, because we're leaders and we've been doing it for a while, but that are just kind of shoving it at people. Buy this, do this, you can get paid, you can save money, you can be a coach, you can make all this money. But it's more about, as we were talking about yesterday, reaching out, listening to their stories, seeing what they're looking for. Maybe it's more energy, maybe it's to lose weight, maybe it's just to be part of a community. I've brought a lot of people into the team that's been the huge thing for them. It's I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. So it's really listening for those cues from people and working with them on that.
I remember Christine, I don't know what call it was, if it was a national coach call, and this was really telling to me as she talked about, building online. She described people as being voyeuristic, and that has really stuck with me. She said, people will watch what you do online, and they're obviously not going to, respond that first time, but they're going to watch, and really see who you are, what you represent, what your style was. And that really, I remember hearing that, and it stuck out. Maybe it was the voyeur aspect of it, but I thought it was so telling that people will sit back and watch and look for that sense of authenticity before they're going to respond and say, hey, I'd be interested. Tell me a little bit more about this.
Yeah, people are watching whether you think they are or not. And especially with social media, I think it's more of a marathon than a sprint, is what I tell my coaches. It's not that you sign up have all these leads and customers and coaches, but they're watching, and it's important too, I just want to add this, that us as leaders, it's important to remember all this because what we're doing, our coaches are going to follow. So if we're out there being our best selves and building that way and putting, you know, a good front forward on social media, they're going to too.
All right, great. Thanks, Connie.
Thank you, Connie.
So Lee, I just have to say this. When we established the date for our leadership retreat, Lee, I don't know how close I dare get to Lee, but their family every year takes a vacation to Hawaii. They have a timeshare over there this week, and this was their time to go to Hawaii and have this family time. And we had that discussion. They just said, you know what, I'm going to lead out. I'm going to be at this leadership retreat, and we're going to we'll find another time to go there. So number one, I really put a lot of pressure on us to say, okay, we really have to deliver something of value, here to make it worthwhile. But one, I really appreciate your leadership, what that represents to your group and being here. Now, you're also someone we had a chance to spend time on the chairman's adventure together, and we talked a little bit about how you approach the business and some things that come natural to you in contacting people. I can't remember who it was that described you, but they said, Lee knows no fear. She will talk to anyone. But anyway, with that introduction, just what are you doing to build your business? Why is it working? Tell your story a little bit.
Yes, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Lee Ratterman, and I define myself as a mom. I mean, that's one of my first priorities. As Jeff said, I made a decision to step away from my family and keep them back from Hawaii this year because I am committed to my business. I came into this business as a customer, and I created passion that I didn't know I had for fitness from a program that came through an infomercial and a friend's recommendation, and it changed my life. And I think that defines me too. That the fact that I have this passion and it bubbles and bursts inside me, and I know that anyone out there can do what I've done. And it's not just from a fitness standpoint, I'm now applying that to my business. So I take that with me, and I love people. I love to talk to people, I love to meet people, and I love to learn about people. And I feel that I do have a little bit of a gift of connecting, but for me, I do my business in person. I do work with people online. I have customers that are assigned to me, and to me, regardless of how you yourself choose to interact with people, the foundation of this business is the same. It is about relationships. No one cares what you know until they know that you care. And you can repeat that in your head. That is the most profound thing, and it's true. That if you're genuinely caring about people for the right reasons, all the time, and you're putting them first, you're going to be able to help them if you can. And I kind of take that with me wherever I go. I run into people everywhere, and I run into old friends, and I meet new friends. And to me, it's being authentically interested and caring about people and helping them that's driven me where I am. I think that it's that passion combined with goal setting. Because if you want to hear a little bit about my story, really deep down inside, I signed up as a coach because I was sharing anyway. And I just wanted to continue to do that. And it wasn't about the money, it didn't really matter. I just wanted to help others feel that success that I felt. I was accomplished. I lost 38 pounds. That was something that I never, ever thought that I would do. And I felt good. It wasn't about the way I looked, it was how I felt. And that feeling, and knowing where I had come from, I wasn't happy, I was overweight, I was tired. When I was done, I was energized and excited and more active with my children. So taking that feeling and sharing it. So I always keep that in my mind. That when I meet somebody and I listen to what they say, and they might have a struggle inside, but if it makes sense. I mean, I don't bring up Beachbody to everybody I meet. That's not my goal. I'm just making relationships and building them, and people watch me and they ask me about it. And when they do, then I can share with them how it will work for them and how it might not work for them. from a business perspective, like Jeff said, I made a decision to come here today. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it because it's pretty emotional, but it's the right thing, and I know that deep inside. But if I look back, 2 years ago, I had to make a very similar decision to come to the first Game Plan event. And that was a defining moment for my career. I chose to come, no matter what. I said, okay, I was 8 months pregnant, and I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this game plan is about a week before my baby's due. I'm not going to be able to come. They won't let me travel. And I'm just praying every night, I hope this baby comes early. Please. All my other babies came early. So she did. She came 2.5 weeks early. And they pushed the game plan back 1 week. And I said, okay, I can make this happen. And I decided that I was coming. And I did. I showed up to the game plan with a 3-week-old baby. Now, I was the most foggy mind that I probably have ever been. But I showed up. And I did everything I could to absorb what I could. And I got the support from the people that, supported me. And at that point, I started to realize that instead of saying, yeah, I'm watching everyone else do this, and I'm doing the best that I can, but I can't do what they're doing. Because that's, when I was 8 months pregnant, I was in the running for top coach. But I never really said, I was tired, and I'm 8 months pregnant, and how am I going to do this? Well, I didn't think I could, and guess what? I didn't. So, when I made that decision to come to the game plan and commit to my business, and I just showed up, and I just kept showing up. And believe it or not, they released this whole Success Club plan, and I said, okay, I'm going to be in Success Club. And I don't know what that's going to mean, but that's what they want, and that's what I need to do. And I did it. And I was in Success Club, and I was doing it, and I just kept doing it. And I said, wow, this is happening. So I'm in Success Club 5. Well, what if I wanted to be in Success Club 10? You think I could do that? Well, sure, I'll try. And I did, and I was in Success Club 10. And I kept going, wow, okay, so if I'm going to be the lead coach, I'm going to put that on my mind. I'm going to become a lead. And then I went to Summit, and I said, oh, there's this bike trip. Well, why don't I try for that too? Because, well, why not, right? Someone's going to win. So I said, I'm going to go on this bike trip. And I did everything in my power, and I did. I got to experience that bike trip. And my words of advice to you guys is to set the bar high. Because if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And I do. I mean, with my business, I want to help people, and I go out there and I just say, I'm going to help them. And my coaches, my goal is to have everyone else doing just as good or if not better than I'm doing, because that's what it's about. It's about helping them succeed. And I truly believe that that's what I'm here. I'm here to help people, and that's my business. That's kind of my story.
All right, thank you, Lee. That's actually awesome. What's amazing about these stories, and I was talking to Craig Christensen, I'm going to bring up just a minute, he just think back there, he says, this is not like those other companies, is it? And I said, no, it's really not, and a stranger not known to us can come in, and there's a difference that they feel of, who we are, what we care about, and again, this authenticity. And I love to hear these stories of just regular people that are succeeding, that set goals, that make decisions, and are doing some awesome things. I think these are 2 great examples. So just thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. All right. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this next